Hi there, my name's Andy and I run T Guitars, and today we've got Angus Murray in with us for a restring on his guitar of choice, which happens to be a TMG, can we say Stratocaster? I don't know if Fender will let us.
Dover? I don't know, I think that's what they call it.
And this was an Aussie brand, is that right?
Yeah, so this was actually made in Australia, or put together in Australia. I think it's a parts caster, don't really know. But it's got the CBS Fender headstock, which is something that's quite rare on a
Parts caster?
Yeah.
I mean, handmade or whatever they say they do, but and we're just going to get some new strings on it for you, Angus. Angus is using Elixir strings, 10 to 46. Elixir do not endorse this series, but that's alright. So let's get to it. So mate, where are you from?
So I am from the sunny Southern Highlands, located south of Sydney, and I've grew up on a farm. And
with the musical family?
Yeah, with musical family and just heaps of stuff around me. You know, learned how to play drums, which was nice to be on a farm and be able to make noise and just playing music, making noise, having fun.
And so, how long have you had this guitar?
So I've had this for about, I think I've had it for about a year and a half.
Oh, true. So not very long.
No, it's grown on me though. Like, it's probably one of my favourite electrics that I have. It's very much like a vintage L series Fender Strat. It's got a Brazilian board on it, which is something you don't really see very often.
With a bit of a chunk out of it.
Yeah,
a little bit of character.
That's the only thing about it. But
no, it looks good. I like the relic job. How often are you gigging?
Every weekend. I'm actually on holidays at the moment, which is nice because I haven't been on holidays in about 2 years or so. But you got to keep at it. It's a grind, that's for sure.
And what have you been doing on holidays?
Nothing really. I mean, I was hoping to go down the south coast, but
yeah, well,
we've had a bit of fire around, so
yes,
it's been fun.
In fact, I think I should say now that as we record this, Ellie and I are sleeping in the caravan behind the shop because the house we were renting burnt down. And thing is, Angus, where Angus lives out on Wombian Caves Road, was a massive worry for a long time, and so we've all kind of been on edge for bloody feels like forever.
Yeah, it's a bit fatiguing, isn't it?
What would you say your first live gig was?
So, first live gig, I was actually playing drums.
Oh yeah.
And it was at.
Hang on, have I seen a video of this? Did you happen to have a headset mic?
Yeah, maybe.
Pulling a Britney Spears?
Yeah, mate. It was different times back then. Playing drums and singing was definitely a very hard thing to pick up, but it's kind of leaded into me, picking up music in general. But,
yeah.
First gig was at my shed party at our farm.
The famous Murray shed party.
And I was with my brother and one of our friends, and we played TNT by AC/DC.
Yes.
And it was the most Aussie thing you've ever seen. This little 12-year-old behind the kit going, TNT.
What would you say I suppose we should start with what's one of the sort of worst gigs you've played?
That's a tough one. I mean, so I wouldn't say there's any one specific gig, right? It's kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
It's like the gig that you rock up to and there's nobody there. It's kind of like a.
Had a few of those.
Yeah, it's if you ever get into playing covers at pubs, sometimes you'll have a really great gig the night before.
Yep.
And you'll rock up to the venue the next day and there'll be two people who are there watching the rugby or playing the pokies. And you've just got to make do. I mean, it's not favourable because there's, nobody there to kind of feed off.
Yeah.
But, you've just got to. That's kind of when I'm grateful to love music for what it is. It's just, pulls me through those tough ones.
Yeah, for sure.
See, Andy's tuning with his ears right here. He's not using a tuner.
No, I'm not using a tuner. All right. So this has gone for a non-factory straight angle. Haven't seen that before. Must be a bit extra tone created through that spring range. Do you know what pickups this thing's rolling with?
So all the electronics and the pickups are pretty much Fender custom shop.
Oh, true.
And I think the neck pickup is wound by the same lady that wound Jimi Hendrix's pickups.
Oh, right.
So I can't remember her name.
Abigail, something like that.
Something like that.
Is she the one in that video, the 50s factory tour?
Yeah.
See.
So the neck pickups are 69 reissue of one of those, so very Hendrixy sort of thing.
Yeah, cool.
And I think the other two are just, I'm not really sure. To be honest, they sound good. That's all that matters.
You know what? That's what I've come to realise, that lots of people who just play guitar don't actually know what's going on in terms of pickups or string gauge. Like, I've worked on a few like proper players' guitars over the time, and you know they bring in, they're like, oh, something's a bit off with the D string, and you're like, yeah, your nut has snapped in half, and they're like, oh, is that what's going on? You know, because they just sling and they play, and it's awesome. In terms of like music you playing live and stuff, what you in more than one band?
Yeah.
Or you always seem to be playing with different people. So, what's your kind of lineup at the moment?
I've got a covers band called Eclipse. I've also got my originals band, which is a totally different lineup. Actually, I'm doing a gig coming up that Andy's involved in. He's actually raffling off a guitar or auctioning.
We've donated a guitar for auction.
Yeah. So and that's Fire Aid 2020, which is this charity gig, and I've actually got Andy on drums.
Hell yeah!
So he's going to be smacking the tubs for me. Andy's actually a really great drummer. He doesn't only build great guitars, he smacks some great tubs.
Lay some sweet beats down.
Yeah,
I love it.
Four, you can count to 4.
Yeah, 6, 8. That.
It's too much.
I grew up playing AC/DC as well. Alright, so we've just done the boring setup work that's involves not a lot of talking, but a lot of noise. So we've cut that out. I think it's ready to rock and roll, man. You ready to hit us with a song?
Sure.
Wicked.
Let's do it. Alright. Thanks for having me, Andy.
You.
Watch.